Angela Nagle, Kill All Normies, Online Culture Wars from 4chan and Tumblr to Trump and the Alt-Right. Cultural war is being waged online, a battleground that sees the rise of both the far-right and leftist identity politics. Kill All Normies, by Angela Nagle, delves into this phenomenon that has transformed politics, examining how both the left and the right have embraced modern digital culture to spread their messages and fight their battles. In this book summary, you'll learn about the emergence of the alt-right and the key role platforms like 4chan, Tumblr, and Reddit have played in this digital transformation. The book also explores the darker side of online culture, including trolling, doxing, and the misogynistic world of pickup artistry.
The power of culture in politics. The digital revolution did not bring a leaderless revolution in politics. Rather, it created a new cultural battleground where both the left and right utilize cultural tools to affect political outcomes. Culture, as an instrument of political change, was originally introduced by the leftist philosopher Antonio Gramsci, but both liberals and conservatives have leveraged it. In the 90s, the left dominated the culture wars until recently when the far right effectively used online platforms to construct a counter to leftist identity politics. Online users have also developed a new form of humor that is ironic and mocking, born out of the repeated exposure to moral concern giving way to disillusionment. Harambe's reaction from the public in 2016 proves how much this humor has spread from online subcultures to the mainstream. The alt-right versus the alt-right. The alt-right movement claims to present an alternative to traditional conservatism and is specifically focused on ethno-nationalist and segregationist movements. Its members often refer to traditional conservatives as cuckservatives for being weak on immigration issues. On the other hand, the alt-right consists of young internet rightists who rebel against liberal identity politics, political correctness, or any constraint on freedom of expression. Both movements have given support to the far right and share some of their concerns and attitudes, such as anti-feminism. However, the alt-right style and sensibility have allowed it to serve as a vehicle for darker agendas and shifted the Overton window far to the right. This shift helped to sweep Trump to victory in the 2016 presidential election and brought new levels of mainstream media attention to the online far right. The dark roots of 4chan's influence on the alt-right. Christopher Poole created 4chan in 2003 as an anime fan site that evolved over time to become a platform with a dark, violent tone. Despite having different forums on a variety of topics, 4chan is known for harboring meme-based humor, racist and misogynistic comments, and discussions on murder and suicide. The /poll/board serves as the center for 4chan's politics, while their /b/board offers an abyss of shocking cruelty, misanthropy, and racism. 4chan members pioneered practices like doxing and RIP trolling, which have caused devastating harassment costs for victims. Additionally, 4chan is the birthplace of Pepe the Frog, the anonymous hacker group, and the Guy Fawkes mask aligned with the alt-right. Overall, the transgressive anti-moral style of 4chan's culture served as the creative and energetic force that bolstered the rise of the alt-right movement. The rise and fall of Tumblr's leftist subculture. In the same era that saw the emergence of 4chan culture on the right, a liberal identity-based subculture developed on the left, with Tumblr as one of its primary platforms. This subculture was defined by sensitivity, wokeness, and a belief in gender as a social construct, with connections made between identity fluidity and the mystical. However, as this subculture grew, so did its tendency towards aggressive sensitivity policing and call-out culture, often leading to unjust accusations of bigotry. This trend even spread to college campuses, where it gave rise to trigger warnings and the pejorative term snowflake from the political right. Ultimately, this style of suppression of dissent and bullying caused the downfall of the Tumblr-style leftist subculture, giving the alt-right plenty to rebel against and ridicule. Even in the wake of criticisms, this subculture stubbornly refused to allow constructive criticism or dissent, leading to the downfall of many social justice warriors who refused to change despite significant pressure from the larger society. Women under attack. Female feminists who attempt to participate in male-dominated subcultures, such as gaming and atheism, are subjected to collective bullying, threats, and abuse by their assailants. This behavior has resulted in women withdrawing from public life, such as tech blogger Kathy Sierra and feminist sex writer Petra Davis. The attacks are not limited to women, as critics of right-wing figures have also been targeted, such as National Review's David French. The void created by countercultural transgression has allowed anything contemptuous of mainstream values to flow in. The events of Anita Sarkeesian's feminist critique of games and Zoe Quinn's introduction of the game depression quest sparked the notorious Gamergate scandal. Gamergate resulted in extensive abuse and threats against women, creating a more significant impact, ultimately achieving broader mainstream awareness. Misogyny and the online far-right. The online far-right is rampant with misogynistic rhetoric, perpetuating the idea that women's presence ruins digital platforms and promoting anti-feminist ideologies. This sentiment is rooted in the association of femininity with conformity, mediocrity, and shallowness, dating back to the 1940s. Users often use anonymous spaces to air grievances towards women to a sympathetic male audience, where sites cross-pollinate with the far-right's old bigotries, liberated from any Christian moral constraints. Some sites bridge misogyny and racism, while others propagate anti-feminist ideas through pickup artists, sexually successful alpha males, and beta males. The decline of monogamy has increased sexual choice for a select group of men and diminished it for a larger population, leading to an appeal of far-right ideologies. The danger of celebrating transgression. The glamorization of transgression as a virtuous act dates back to the Marquis de Sade and has been carried forward by French surrealists, romanticists, rebel culture, counterculture, novels of Norman Mailer and Henry Miller, and masculinist rampages. Even Friedrich Nietzsche's glorification of transgression is alluring to the online right. The idea of breaking with moral constraints pervades contemporary art, but it has a politically fungible, ideologically flexible, and morally neutral nature that can be dangerous. Society needs to stop viewing counterculturalism as a virtue before glamorization reaches an alarming stage.
In Kill All Normies, we confront the growing impact of digital culture in shaping politics, enabling online culture wars to grip today's political scene. The alt-right and alt-light movements, fueled by platforms like 4chan and Tumblr, have further polarized political discourse. We also see the proliferation of harmful internet practices such as trolling, doxing, and rampant misogyny. To understand these cultural wars and navigate the digital battleground, it is crucial to recognize and examine the key elements of online culture, and have a deeper understanding of how the left and the right are using the online sphere to drive their political agendas.